Acquiring and Retaining HNI, High Net Worth Individual Customers.
How to do that properly, some secrets will open to you. Debsena Chakraborty, General Manager at mFilterIt. Please give her a big hand. Be louder, please.
Hello everyone, how are you doing today? So one problem that we all have is acquiring customers, retaining them, understanding how to get the last dime from them. And we are all trying to get those customers that can pay us maximum. Now, when we try to do that, we need to define. We need to first define, So first what we try to do is try and understand what is our buyer's persona. For a crypto, the persona is going to be very different than it is going to be for iGaming, than it's going to be for an FMCG customer. So we need to understand who are our target audience. Try and figure out what is it that they are looking for. Now, in this world when cookies are going away, first-party data is going to become very, very important. And for you to understand your customers, therefore, becomes more important. You can't just rely on a network. You have to define what you're looking for, who are your target, and therefore go to a network that suits your target. Now, that brings me to understanding which channel do I have to look at. There are multiple channels. Every channel has pros, has cons. Some of them are super expensive, and if you're looking for the high net worth users, you might have to look for expensive channels. Now, what does that tell us? Now, let's see Google PPC. It's one of the best channels, but it is also expensive. It's the most expensive thing that you can do. And as the cost of ads are going up on Facebook, you have seen it's a 25% more on Facebook now. You need to look at channels that make sense for you. Now, your affiliates can come across different categories. They can be SEO, they can be social, they can be programmatic. But if you do not know what you're targeting for, you are going to just do, spray a bullet and just hope one hits the target. So when it comes to this particular case, please understand what is it that you're looking for. You have defined your persona. Let's say your persona is a banker who's going to invest into cryptos. He takes a lot of vacations. Now you know where to target your users. Most probably that user is sitting on an SEO site and not on a social media site. That also brings me which platform in these you're targeting. Now, if you're looking at Instagram, there is a particular persona of users who use Instagram, which is very different from somebody who's using LinkedIn. And content, therefore, becomes very, very important. While a lot of us focus highly on performance, it needs to be understood that content plays equally important role along with your performance. It has to go hand in hand. It cannot be only performance-driven. People who do only performance-driven marketing, what you'll see is the moment you switch off your marketing, your acquisition or your retention will fall. And that is not what we want to do. Understand your content, get the best content possible. That brings me to tracking tool. Extremely important, use a good tracking tool. This tracking tool is going to make your life easy. You need to know who is generating these good customers for you. Which is that particular affiliate, particular network, particular channel that is working for you. Some channels might work for you, it might not work for the other companies. And it is important to have a good tracking tool that will help you sort this. I have given a few names here. I've worked with all of them, and they have some very good tracking solutions available. I would highly suggest go and read about them and try them on. Now, every time you start to solve something, you should ask the right questions. None of the digital campaigns around the world is without fraud. Now, what you need to understand is how much fraud is there in your campaigns. Very, very important. In today's day and age, you only read about bots doing this, bots doing that. Ask yourself, where does this bot make money? It actually makes money from your campaigns. It's as simple as that. And then ask, understand your data, look at your data, ask those right questions, ask where is my fraud coming from, which channels are bringing those frauds. Look for patterns. Everybody uses Google Analytics, but I can tell you maybe 2% actually understands what Google Analytics can do. And that's the sad reality. So you need to understand, go into a little deeper. Everything that you want to know is available on Google or on YouTube, but do understand what you're looking for. Now, there are a few matrices that we all look at. One particular matrix is called Viewability, and that is a very, very tempting thing to look at when you're running a branding campaign and when you're trying to get as many eyeballs on your ads as possible. But let me tell you this, it is absolutely BS. It doesn't work. Viewability, it just means the ad showed up. It might be showing up at the end of your page. Nobody scrolls down there, but the viewability says it's viewable. Now that's a big problem. If you are trying to get as many eyeballs, you need to know whether the user actually saw the ad or not. So viewability as a matrix needs to go away from everything. But even now, we have a lot of marketers looking at that. Next comes for users clicking multiple times, and ask yourself, why should a user click on my ad 50 times? If by the 10th time I was not being able to convince that person, it doesn't make me to even show the ad on the 11th time. You should have some capping mechanism. Most platforms do not give you this, so you need to come up with a tech that helps you do that, helps you cap that. And last but not the least, please do look at the data at your backend. Your backend data is very important. Ensure that your marketing tech and your backend tech is linked somehow or the other. You need to pass on lead IDs or user IDs. Get some information out there to know where the user came from. You might have a lot of HNI users that came from various different affiliates, and you have no idea how to get those users back again. So understanding your user, so the moment it is HNI user, you only know they are high net worth users after they have dealt with your system and you have seen some money coming, revenue coming out of them. Now, if you don't know where they came from, it is impossible for you to go back to a path and figure out where these users came from. So get your marketing tech and your backend integrated. It's going to save you a lot of time and help you optimize your campaign a lot. Gather insights and analysis as I was talking. Understand everything that you do. Every single step is important. Understand where you are promoting, how you are promoting, who is clicking, how much you are spending, what is your target lead rate to get a conversion, what is your conversion rate. Understand and analyze and keep doing that. This should be a bi-monthly thing for every marketer. And that's about it. Thank you.